What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy, Hit the keys. Here today to talk about what's the love in the new Ozone 10. Make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. But with no further delay, let's get right into Ozone 10, baby. Hit the key. All right, guys. So when you open up the plugin, it is going to look like this. They have touched it up a little bit, but it does look similar to Ozone 9. There's a couple of new modules in here. So when you're looking at the new modules, you have this impact module. So the impact module allows you to control your micro dynamics. Then you also have this stabilizer module. And this module right here dynamically shapes your mix. So those two modules are pretty solid. And you also have this soft clipper feature that they added as well, which is super nice. So for me, what I really like about this is that they have updated the way that the master assistant works. And so I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I love Ozone. I've been rocking with Ozone for a long time now, but I could never get the master assistant to work properly to mix or master my songs the way I wanted to, which is no problem. You know, I got my own presets that I work through to start with on a master and then build from there. But the new master assistant works so much better than it had previously. And what I like about it now is you don't have to do a bunch of stuff where you're like trying to push it hard, go vintage, modern, whatever the mode is. You can just basically hit this button right here, and then push play, and it's going to detect all that for you. So
when the game goes sideways and the dice roll crazy and the fire burns in your eyes, would you love? Would you still love? You still love? You still love me? Would you still love me with $2 in my pocket? Would you still keep that picture?
All right, so once you get the mix, it's going to bring it right here to this tonal match page. And so this is basically the frequency response range or the frequency range in which the track should be for like a hip hop track. So there is one thing is oftentimes with a lot of these, when you're doing targets and goals, they're always going to boost the bass. So that is the one thing. I'm just going to bring that down right away. But you know, I already know that. That's just something that I know. So now we can listen to what it did on that master again.
When the game goes sideways and the dice roll crazy and the fire burns in your eyes.
So I can do just a little bit of fine tuning to get that perfect. But this is what it sounded like before I threw the Ozone on there.
When the game goes sideways and the dice roll crazy.
So I'm going to do a little bit A/B comparison so you guys can just hear the difference too.
When the game goes sideways and the dice roll crazy and the fire burns in your eyes, would you love? Would you still love? You still love? You still love me?
So boom, just like that, you can get a pretty decent master. You're obviously going to have to go in and you're going to have to mess with some of the modules. It's not going to probably be perfect, but it is pretty close and it's pretty easy to fine tune from there. Another thing that I want to show you guys too is over here in this section, in your target section, you have different genres. And so then right here under that, you have a wave. And on this wave, if you click that, you can put a reference track in there and it will master to that reference track. So like, let's say you have a beat that sounds like a Drake type beat or Adele type, whatever song or whatever genre it is that you're making. If you find a song that's similar to the one that you have and you drop it in here, it's going to basically master assistant close to that mix. So I'm going to go ahead and tap this one real quick. It's going to build my mastering chain. That's actually the master of the song. So it's got it ready to go. So now let's take a listen to it and see what it sounds like.
When the game goes sideways and the dice roll crazy and the fire burns in your eyes, would you love? Would you still love?
So pretty good, you know. I would almost be content with that, you know. And so then when you're looking down here, you have new stuff here. So this width match is solid. Basically what this width match does is it matches the width of each one of the frequency bands in your beat. So like, let's say you're matching this to another song, and the song that you're matching this to has a super wide bass, but that's what you want, and the bass that you don't have is wide. Well, once you come in here to the width match, it's going to match that wide bass for you, or whatever it is, like if whatever instrument it is that you have, you know, it'll just widen that band out for you, and that's super solid. So let's go ahead and listen to that real quick.
When the game goes sideways and the dice roll crazy and the fire burns in your eyes, would you still love, you still?
So I don't know if you have your headphones on. Hopefully you have your headphones on, but you could hear it get a little bit wider. Once it hit about right here, it got a little wider and a little bit crisper. So then over here you have dynamics match, and the dynamics match, basically what this does is this impact is going to control this impact module. So it allows you to just control that module really quick, control everything in this module with just that quick little control right there on that main page. So then you'll see this control right here is in essence this control right here. So I can turn that down and I can do a lot of that controlling on that main page. So just, you know, an easy way to not have to jump around from module to module, page to page. And the same with the maximizer over here. So then another good feature that they added to this Ozone 10 that I absolutely love is in the maximizer setting. So when you come over here to the maximizer, they've added a soft clipper, and you have 3 different modes on this soft clipper. So you can go light soft clipper, obviously a moderate soft clipper, and you can make that thing heavy, and you can make it, you know, hit really hard on the soft clipper. So let's go ahead and turn the beat back on. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put it at this spot right here at 9. So that's when the beat's really hitting. And we'll mess with the soft clipper so you can hear what it sounds like. So let's get back over to Ozone 10, push play.
When the game goes sideways and the dice roll crazy and the fire burns in your eyes, would you still love, you still love me? Would you still love me with $2 in my pocket? Would you still keep that picture tucked in your locket? Or would you need space like the air around the rocket? If you left for stayed, I guess I couldn't knock it. Just know through it all, I still love you the long way. There never seems to be the right time on the wrong day. If you gotta...
All right, so you'll notice there that when you're on the light setting, it's more of just like kind of gluing everything together. It's just light clipping. It's not doing too much. You can't really hear it too much, but it's doing more than you really realize. When you come over here to the medium setting, it's still kind of gluing, but it's going from the gluing to kind of giving it more oomph, and it's distorting it, and it's adding a whole bunch of saturation. When you get to heavy, you can definitely hear, once you pump that thing up, you can definitely hear that saturation it's giving it.
The game goes sideways and the dice roll crazy and the fire burns in your eyes. Would you still love, you still love me?
But just a very nice touch, another addition. Just it's sometimes what we don't understand is sometimes it's the small things, a bunch of small things and a bunch of small things and a bunch of small things is what makes a plugin or an update to a plugin so fire. All right, guys, so what I want to do now is I want to go through a few of the new modules so you guys can kind of hear what it sounds like. I'm going to go through them on a house beat. It's the first house beat I ever made. We made it on 909 day. I collab with a few subscribers on the channel, so I just want to give them their props. So shout out to my guy Chris the Only One, Sir Chump, and Keith Banta for contributing for this. But basically, I'm going to let you guys hear what the beat sounds like with the Master Assistant run on it already with Ozone 10 on it, and then we'll come back and listen to it without it, and then we'll go through the modules. So this is what the beat sounds like. right, so that's what I got for you guys today. I know it's probably not a traditional house song. So I probably triggered somebody out there, but you know, it's the first one we made. So what I want to do now is I'm just going to highlight this little region right here. And so I'm going to let you guys hear what the beat sounded like with Ozone and without Ozone again. So this is what it sounded like without Ozone on there. And now once we add Ozone on there. And so I can't stress enough, I didn't mess with anything on this. That is literally the master that they gave us. And I think that's a pretty legit master. So not bad at all. I put it on the EDM setting, made it sound pretty good. So now let's go ahead and hop back into some of these other manuals. So let's talk about impact a little bit. We're going to talk about stabilizer a little bit. So with this impact, basically what this is going to do is it's going to do one of two things. It allows you to control your microdynamics. So you can either add punch. So if you go up, you're going to be adding some punch. And if you're coming down, you're going to be gluing everything together. So let's go ahead and we're going to click all these bands. If you click these bands button, it basically moves all the bands together in synchronism. So let's go ahead and move the bands around a little bit so that you can hear what it's doing. So you can hear when it comes down, because this beat is not bad. So it didn't really get much punch to it, but as soon as it came down, it glued it together perfectly. So let's go ahead and hear that one more time. So that's pretty legit. You can also set it up to auto and it'll do it automatically for you. So then you have this envelope down here. And you can either sync the envelope by milliseconds or you can do it in time. So obviously time divisions 1/16, 1/4, 1/32, so on and so forth. Up here you have delta, and basically delta is just listening to what impact is doing. So if I click this button right here, we're just going to be listening to what it is doing to the beat. Fire, my dude, fire. And so we can take this up and we can hear what it does if we make it go up for the punchiness. So let's go ahead and push play and push it up. So it's pretty nice how you can see how drastically you can change your master with this as well. So super solid. All right, guys. And then next to that, we have the stabilizer module. The stabilizer module will definitely add some life to your mix. So when you look at the stabilizer module, it's going to look like this. You can affect 3 different bands. So basically what this is going to do is, for a lack of better terminology, it's going to either tame your frequencies or it's going to boost them a little bit to make them a little more exciting. So this is what I have right here. So you can see as it's moving, you can see it's boosting a little bit of the low end frequencies. And then every time the clap comes in, it thinks the clap is a little bit harsh. So it's ducking a little bit of the harsh frequencies of the clap and everything like that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this all the way down, right? Please make sure you have headphones on, because you're going to hear how much more energy that you get by just turning up this amount a little bit on shape. It's insane to me. It's insane to me. Bro, for me, that sounds so good. It sounds so much more exciting. So you have your speed and you have your smoothing. So obviously you can turn up the smoothing to smooth it more, the speed, how fast it's going to react, but super solid. Then you have this tame transients right here. It's basically going to tame all the harsh transients. So let's go ahead and turn this on. We'll go back and forth. So make sure you're listening to the clap. That's what you want to be listening to right now. So we're going to go ahead and tame it right quick. then you could tell right there from listening to the beat that the tame transients basically did what the name says. When you listen to the clap and you turn the tame transients on, it kind of brought that down a little bit. When you turn the tame transients off, you can hear the clap just smacking through. So this is obviously a good little tool if you do get a 2-track that is just 2 transient heavy. You know, it's going to pull that back for you a little bit. You also have this cut right next to it. And cut just basically is going to cut harsh frequencies. That's what it's made to do. So let's go ahead and listen to that real quick. And you can see it moving over here. Another thing that I absolutely love about Ozone, man. Ozone makes the visualization great for you so you can understand what you're doing. So you can hear there too, as I turn the sensitivity up, it's just taming even more. So listen to it one more time. And so you can even, if you just want to tame a certain like band, you can turn this all the way down and it'll only tame the high frequencies. So basically, guys, that's what I love about Ozone. I didn't want to necessarily do a full tutorial and a walkthrough because, you know, it's Ozone. There's a ton of tutorials out there on Ozone. I just kind of wanted to talk about the new features that I love. For me, this is definitely a must-have plugin. If you have Ozone 9, you might not need it. You might need it if you like the new features. There is a 10-day free trial, so I recommend hopping in that thing and taking it for a drive around the block because this thing is fire. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a bunch of haters out there talking crap about, oh, if you can't master yourself, you shouldn't be mastered. Shut up. Go grab this. This is fire. This is the one, y'all. Make sure if you guys do like this content, though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button. Hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
All right, guys and gals, thanks for watching the video. Make sure you hit the subscribe and like button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so every time a new video comes out, you can be the first to know. Let me know what tutorials you want to see next in the comments, and see you next time.
Some, hit the key.